To make sure of qualification for the last 12, you'll certainly want to get not much over 27 seconds. 26 seconds will get you there, and off goes GLAMKOWSKA. It's just her against the clock, taking that first bend. She got off to a good start, the arms going, good momentum with the upper body there, and really starting to pour it on here. Already registering over 30 kilometers an hour. Down the back straight, really opening up those shoulders. And then drifting away, and that's going to be coming in at around 28.6 for GLAMKOWSKA. Now working out the finer points of that time. 28.6 is what our clock had it. They will then work out the specifics. 28.69. The gold medal 4 years ago was won in a time of 26.192. 27 something, and you've got a good chance of being in the final 12 as VOS here goes to work. And already she's looking a lot quicker than GLAMKOWSKA was at this point. So VOS showing terrific technique around that bend there. Really good. Now what can she come in at? Well, that's got a chance, hasn't it? 27.4 for VOS. They'll work out the fine print, as it were, a little bit later on, because that will go down to 3 decimal points. But that's an encouraging time for VOS. Now, it would not have got a little bit as Meng-Chu of Chinese Taipei gets underway here. Looking to build up some early momentum off that first bend. Lee keeping a really low center of gravity, getting the arms working as well. Good upper body technique. She's putting in a very good start here, Lee. Already inside the time that VOS was setting. Now she's got to maintain that and keep that going. Ooh, a little bit of a stumble there. Now that's going to cost her a little bit, but how much? Well, that's going to be good enough for first place. It could have been a bit better for her as well. Now that's encouraging for Lee, because even with a little wobble there, she's put in a 27.1. Now that would have been good enough for a top 10 finish 4 years ago. And Lee will know that there is definite room for improvement there as well. Just really shorten the stride there. So she's capable of better than we've seen here. So many of these athletes very young. Huge experience for many of them, this. A real step up into big league multi-sport competition. And they're not thinking about that at the moment. They're just thinking about their own sport and what they need to do. Very choppy around that first bend, SCHIMEK. Now she's got some rhythm going. Well, she's managed to get inside Lee's time. And remember, Lee had a little wobble as well in the latter stages, so SCHIMEK just coasting a little bit round that bend. What can she come up with? 27.1, the time to beat, and she's just nudged in front of that as well. Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it? It's all about technique, what works for you. Very, very choppy start there, but really picks up some good early momentum here. The performance. And make another final. So away goes Giulia Bongiorno of Italy. 27.0, the marker set down by SCHIMEK. She's inside that fractionally. The times continue to get faster and faster here. Bongiorno, a good technician, coasting around that bend as well. And then putting in just outside, so she lost a bit of time there. Well, that's looking like the third fastest time out of the... So one Korean expected to go well. Here's another Korean hoping to go well. Laethisia SCHIMEK's 27 dead. The marker to beat at the moment. As off goes JEONG. This time trial so important. Every 1/10 of a second counts. Getting those arms swinging, and it wasn't the best of starts for JEONG. Just took a little while to get going down that first straight, didn't she? Now, can she pick it up over the second 150 meters here? What kind of damage can she do to that time? Oh, 27.4. That's going to be a disappointing time for JEONG. And Solimar VIVAS. Gets her campaign underway. Again, very short, choppy strides off that first bend, looking to build up some momentum, then taking it down the back straight. That's nicely gliding around that first bend. And there she goes again, taking a very wide attack on that bend and then coming out of it wide as well. Now, what's she got left for the finish? Well, it's another 27 dead. And that, I think, puts her ahead of SCHIMEK. Skaters that have signed up for many different disciplines of speed skating. And of course, some specialist in the short stuff, some specialist in the races, some good at time trials, others good at the distance stuff. So the medals should be shared around, you would think, as Ingrid FACTOS looks to establish herself here. Did not take a very good, will have lost some vital seconds or 1/10 of seconds, and that's sometimes all it can take there. Really lost control of that first bend. Here she comes, coming out of that final bend, attacking down the straight. Well, 27.1, that's not bad. That is not bad at all when you consider as well that the Ecuadorian can certainly... Who's come in and said, right, what do we do? This is all about going to work here for POSADA. Very focused. And off she goes. Very long-limbed athlete, POSADA. That can be a huge advantage down the straights. Less so going into the bends, of course, as POSADA tries to get those long legs of hers working here down that back straight as well, coming out of the bend and really attacking. Big push. Can she get inside 27? No, she can't, and that may be a little bit slow as well. Now, she's going to be right there or thereabouts in terms of qualification. Around 27, 27.1, 27.2 should be good enough. Outside of that, we will have to wait and see. Still no skater has cracked 27 yet. What can Sandrine TAS do here? Well, that's a nice attack down that straight. Nicely gliding round the bend there as well. She's putting in a good first 150 here, TAS. Now, can she continue that over the second half of this 300 meters as well? It's looking very good for TAS. Yeah, she goes straight to the lead, straight into the final, and the first skater to crack 27 seconds. Look good. Coming off the one skater inside 27 seconds. That was our last skater from Belgium, TAS. Here's Yang, looking for a place in the top 12 here, or anything around 27.2 is going to be good enough, and she's certainly very much on course for that at the moment. She's skating that first 150 around a 27.1-ish time. Took that last bend pretty wide, and she too takes a decent time as well. It's just behind TAS. The only American in the field. And away she goes. Really fast start there. What kind of work is she doing here early on? Breaking off that first bend, working down this straight, getting some good momentum. It's a useful looking time that she's put in through the first 150 here. Just got to maintain this. Just a bit of cruising around that bend as well. And it's a good time. 27 dead. It's another very good time. That should put her around third, I think. Remainder of the field, so. And a false start from THUM. She'll have to come back and psych herself up again here. A little bit too keen. Out comes the yellow card. So THUM's just got to be careful here. Not happy about something. And completely. Or it can motivate you the other way around. Let's see if THUM's going to take out some of her frustration on this time. Their second opportunity. It's all about just forgetting the nuisance and the niggle. And here she goes, trying to attack around this last bend, just gliding down through there, taking a tight line, then a little bit choppy there. And that's going to be very doubtful. THUM, I wonder how much she was put off. Is any doubts? Anything around 27.2 looks like it's going to be good enough today. Right, really good momentum now. Getting those arms to work down the back straight. Needs to really pile it on a little bit here in the remaining 150. Well, she's hovering on the brink here. Now, can she pick it up in the second half? Well, that's a 9th place for BONECHI. It should be just about good enough. Unsettled by something at the start line. Never recovered mentally. So her 300-meter time trial is over. There is just no margin for error. Nice tight first bend there for Maria Moya. Now looking to just open the shoulders up down that straight, and she's making very good progress here, Moya, as we expected. Are we looking at another sub-27-second skater here? I was drifting out there a little bit, could have done slightly better on the line, but yeah, she's inside. She takes second place. In this event, we're still just 2 to come after this. So another one of the contenders for a medal. Underway, really good technique there. Very, very fast and choppy off that first bend. It's looking good here for Anne. Just a bit of coasting around that bend as well. So Anne looking to really pour it on here and just taking it nice and easy, gliding around that bend as well and making this look very simple indeed. Oh, that's fast. That really is fast. I mean, that's blown the field apart. American to come after this. Geiny, Carmela, PAJARO. But here's BERBEL ALT, Argentina. Really trying to attack and build some momentum off that first bend. Well, let's see how she's doing. It's not bad. She's looking on course for a pretty fast time here, BERBEL ALT, if she can maintain this over the last 100 meters or so. Here she goes, a little bit wobbly around there, but yep, that should be good enough for a place in the final. Just about. In fact, that will get her in.